الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى أهله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم. So this is a hadith that we have heard before, but this is just a reminder of having a specific characteristic that can help you to get into Jannah, inshallah. Anas ibn Malik reported, we were sitting with the Prophet ﷺ, and he said, a man from the people of paradise is coming to you. So he was implying that a man is going to be entering the masjid, and this person will be from the people of paradise. So you can imagine if you were sitting, you would be looking and waiting to see with great interest, who is this person that's coming in? Is it one of the big Sahaba, Umar, Abu Bakr, one of those that are well known? But then it turned out to be a man from the Ansar came. His beard was wet with water from making wudu, and he was carrying both of his shoes with his left hand. And he wasn't anyone that was really known. The next day, the Prophet ﷺ repeated the same words, and the same man came in the same condition. And then on the third day, the Prophet repeated the same words again, and the same man came in once again through the entrance of the masjid. When the Prophet ﷺ stood up to leave, Abdullah ibn Amr followed the man and said to him, I had an argument with my father, and I have sworn not to enter my home for 3 days. May I stay with you? So obviously this was a trick. He was trying to see the characteristic of the man, see why is it that the Prophet ﷺ said this person is going to Jannah. And he said it 3 times, and the man didn't seem to be anyone special. So the man said yes, and Abdullah stayed 3 nights with the man. But he never saw him praying at night, doing anything extra, doing anything that would warrant the Prophet ﷺ saying he was going to enter Jannah. Whenever he went to bed, the man would remember Allah and rest until he woke up from morning prayer. So Abdullah said that he had never heard anything but good words coming from his mouth. So this is one of the clues. But when the 3 nights had passed and he did not see anything special about his actions, Abdullah asked him, O servant of Allah, I have not been in argument with my father, nor have I cut off relations with him. But I heard the Prophet ﷺ 3 times that a man coming from the people of paradise was coming to us, and then you came in all 3 times. I thought I would stay with you to see what you were doing, that I could follow. But I did not see you do many good deeds. So he didn't see him again do anything special, fasting extra, getting up to pray, giving major sadaqahs. Why did the Prophet say this about you? So the man thought, and then he said, there is nothing else but what you see here, except that I find no ill feeling within myself towards the Muslims. I forgive everyone, and nor do I envy anyone for the good that Allah has given them. And so Abdullah said, this is what was conveyed about you, but it is something that we have not been able to do. So here is a characteristic that this man, just because of the forgiveness and the lack of ill feeling in his heart towards anyone, that the Prophet ﷺ, this is why he is going to Jannah. So it wasn't that he was praying extra or giving extra sadaqah or making more fasting. It was a characteristic which we know is incredibly important. We know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that if you forgive someone, He will forgive you. So here, by this man in his heart, every night before he goes to sleep, that he says, I have no ill feeling towards anyone, nor do I envy anyone for that which Allah has given them. Just by this characteristic alone of purifying his heart, Allah is granting him Jannah. We know that this is often very difficult to do, to forgive people that maybe have wronged you or done something negative towards you, especially if it's someone that's close to you, like a family member, someone that you care deeply about, because it hurts more than if it's a stranger, someone that does something to you that you don't really know. You don't think about that as much compared to someone that is special to you. So may Allah make us of those who are forgiving and not having ill feeling in our hearts, and also try to make amends with people that maybe you have had some issue with and have cut off relations, because also this is something that is very important and has great reward from Allah. And we know in another hadith that the Prophet ﷺ said that when two people are upset with each other, the one who initiates making peace and saying salam, he's the one that is the better of the two. Not the one who was wrong or not the one who was at fault, but the person who makes the initiation in the beginning. May Allah help all the Muslims around the world in need and help us to be guided to Allah. Jazakumullah khair.